Hello, Federal viewers, and you're welcome to yet another exciting discussion on NISAR. Now, this is one word that is trending right across media, and why not? Because it's a landmark moment for space science and especially for Indo-US relations. NISAR has just been launched from Sriharikota, and to talk more on NISAR, we have a very key figure with us, the former Deputy Director at ISRO, Sriharikota, Mr. Ranganathan V. Sir, thanks a lot for talking to the Federal and welcome.
Thank you.
So, in this discussion, we'll be talking about the science behind this, the strategy, and the significance of this joint effort between ISRO and NASA. So, my first question, sir, first of all, massive congratulations to you and to the entire nation. What are your initial thoughts about the launch of NISAR?
In fact, the synthetic aperture radar, which ISRO have been trying quite long time to get a better resolution and accuracy. And in fact, we have already launched some one or two satellites with SA synthetic aperture radar, SAR. But now I am seeing two important things in this. Number one, a satellite combinedly developed by NASA and ISRO. It's a collaboration first time happening, and it's a high-tech area. See, that is more important. No? This is almost the state of the art for today. So this NISAR, SAR. Okay, NISAR means NASA ISRO. SAR is the real satellite name, synthetic aperture radar. So it's a combination of two giants in the field of space. That's NASA and ISRO, number one. Number two, the uniqueness of the satellite is very important because, to be specific, this satellite is capable of detecting a dimensional change of less than a centimeter. Just imagine a satellite is revolving the Earth nearly about 750 kilometers above the Earth, and it is able to detect a change of dimension of 1 centimeter. It's really unimaginable, and it's going to give a lot of inputs and a lot of interesting things to the mankind, and it will enable a lot of disaster management and so many things, eco change, everything. So many improvement is going to come in the remote sensing and the effective utilization of the remote sensing.
Right, absolutely. Now you rightfully mentioned about this massive collaboration between NASA and ISRO. Now, my next question is exactly on that. Now, what does this partnership signify in terms of global space diplomacy and the trust between these two countries?
Yeah, actually, so far we have launched many satellites of foreign countries. That means the complete satellite will come from the cooperative country abroad, and we will be doing the launching. That means we are doing the launching of their satellites. That's what has happened so far. Now this is a unique step of in the field of cooperation, where the satellite partly built by ISRO and partly built by NASA, and it has to work in tandem, and the output should be shared between the two countries or two agencies. So that is the uniqueness of this. That means, if you want me to detail it out, there are two bands in this. Your L band and S band radars are there. The L band and its high-speed communication is coming from NASA, and the S band and our communication, the total power bus of the satellite is done by ISRO. So it is almost like in a part. Some part is coming from there, some part is coming from India. ISRO and NASA, and both are tied together, and then there's a common sharing. The power supply is shared commonly for both the sensors of ISRO and NASA. It is I would call it as a complete blend of technology of both these giants in the field of space. And I hope this is the starting of the a new era, and both the agencies and countries is going to benefit from this. The application is going to be tremendous because the life of satellite is estimated to be not less than 5 years. So for another 5 years to come, this high-tech, one of the unique satellite, which is having a resolution and accuracy of less than a centimeter movement or change. I am seeing a lot of potential in this application and utility of the satellites for the mankind and the whole globe.
Absolutely. Now let's bring you into the picture. Now you have the experience of working in Sriharikota. Now, what kind of coordination, if you can explain to our viewers, what kind of coordination is actually required for to do a joint mission of this magnitude, especially during the integration, the launch part, and post-launch?
Yeah, that's correct. See, actually, uh, if you say rocket per se, rocket parts itself is coming in many parts, like the
Yeah.
solid motors is done in Sriharikota itself. The liquid is coming from either from LPSC Valimala, sorry, LPSC Mahendragiri, or from HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Bangalore, who is our supplier. And the third stage, CUS cryogenic stage also is coming from Mahendragiri. So with this, the satellite is being built. Oh, sorry, the rocket is being built. Whereas the
Mhm.
other part, so this is the rocket. Rocket is the vehicle which is carrying the satellite and putting it into predefined orbit. The satellite is coming from ISAC. Okay, now it's called URSC, URO Satellite Center, where they in turn get a lot of payloads from SAC or other countries, and then they integrate, they do the testing in space simulation chamber. Like that, no, it undergoes a lot of vacuum testing, large scale space simulation chamber, electrical checks, your data checks, everything. A lot of checks are to be done. So as a full satellite, it is coming from URSC to SDSC, that is Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, where they are very carefully unpacked, and it undergoes a last minute checks, both mechanical and electrical checks will undergo. And then once everything is perfectly all right, then it has to go for encapsulation. That means where the satellite is kept inside the heat shield or payload fairings and assembled together. That's called the encapsulated assembly. That in turn moved to the vehicle assembly structure and integrated over the vehicle or directly over the cryo stage. And then again it is taken again in the vehicle assembly building itself. Both vehicle and the satellites are communications are extended through hard lines, and then they are checked out from their respective control centers. Once the scientists are very happy with the working of all the parts and sensors of satellites and rockets, the complete vehicle is moved from vehicle assembly building to the launch pad, where the vehicle is anchored, and again it undergoes complete electrical checks, and then some final assembly are to be done, and safing of the vehicle and stages are done. Then again one more communication is done. Then the countdown starts. Countdown where the rocket is filled with the fuel, the respective stages, L40 and GS2 means with the UH-25 and N204, and the cryo stage with the cryopropellants, namely liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, and a lot of gases like nitrogen, helium are to build into this for the mission to the desired altitude. And then satellite is checked again. Then once everything is all right, then the range safety come into picture. If everything, the range is clear, then the go-ahead signal is given by the mission director for the launch vehicle, and then it is launch is taken. while ascending the rocket, everything is automatic. And then the TMR, the triple model redundant controller, which is sitting on the top of the rocket, will control the complete trajectory of the vehicle, and then it goes. And then every stage, when it's completed job, it's get ejected into the sea, and then finally the cryo stage is taking the satellite to the moon. So till then, the team of both ISRO and NASA, they had to work together in full cooperation. And if any decision or any minor hitches are there, they have to be discussed, analyzed, and then give a go-ahead signal by both the people, both the agencies. So that's the kind of very complexity it involves. Over. Yes, Abhijit. I'm
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. I think there's some internet issues here, but never mind. Sir, my next question is India specific. Now,
yeah.
because ISRO is involved in this, NASA is involved in this, how can NISAR help India specifically?
Okay. Say this NISA is a very unique in its own rights. In the sense, it is going to be used for uh, any change in coverage, that is, let it be forestation or deforestation or whatever it is, any change to the extent of 1 centimeter is going to help. And India can monitor its covered area very closely and very minutely and very meticulously. Number one. Number two, it is also going to give a lot of inputs for the ocean engineering, ocean, complete ocean temperature and other things is going to give. Then you have these Himalayan glaciers, no, with ice
Yeah.
glaciers. The movement of ice glaciers it is going to monitor very closely. So thereby, if any ice glacier is moving or any change in glacier mountains, and it's going to give a lot of input for the government to take necessary precautions. Number four is now recently India is having a lot of issues related to landslides due to heavy downpour of rain. So that way, the landslide is going to be monitored very closely, and we'll be knowing there is going to be landslide or glacier melting or movement very well in advance. Even that's why that 1 centimeter. How does it matter? Is the moment it starts, and it's very quick and this thing. But then the very primitive stage itself, we will be able to know this kind of phenomenons, and then it will leave a lot of time for our government to take necessary actions and safeguard the properties and our lives. So that way, it's going to be a unique and very useful for our country.
Right. Sir, you have seen ISRO evolve over the decades now, being the former deputy director. Now, how do you view this NISAR mission in the broader perspective of India's space journey, comparing it to how India used to be a follower to now becoming one of the leaders when it comes to space?
Okay, we have a constellation of remote sensing satellites for our country's need. So, but ours is so many technologies which are definitely a little inferior to the technology and the application and the data what is going to come out of the NISA. It gives a lot of input, but then this is going to give, as I said earlier, everything we will come to know in very early stage.
Yeah.
So that is the benefit we are going to get. The real benefit we will know when it is being applied and used, and it is the best satellites launched by any country, any spacefaring nation, or anybody for the first time. So that's the kind of technology we are putting up in the NISA satellites, and it's going to give tremendous things. One is that what I listed is the targeted benefits like landslide, volcano, and such glaciers, movements, and deforestation, green cover, such things I was telling. But then, even floods, say anything, any movement on the earth which is of magnitude about a centimeter or so is going is will be seen from NISAR, and the data will come to the earth, and what kind of ability, what kind of application, what kind of usefulness that data can be used is everybody's anybody's imagination. That is the kind of satellite we have launched in this launch. Over.
Right. One last question, Mr. Ranganathan. Does NISAR's success now strengthens India's case even further to becoming a key player in global climate and disaster monitoring infrastructure?
Yes, of course, yes. The answer is yes. Say, I am telling you that though these satellite NISA is developed by NASA USA and ISRO India, some of the more most of the crucial data which both the agencies are going to receive, it is going to be used in a larger perspective by the total global community, where there is an expected catastrophe or expected danger to the mankind or the globe. So that way, it's not only these two agencies and countries are benefited. The satellite is launched for the whole globe. The data will be shared as and when required for any nation to safeguard their people and the property. So that is the kind of thing we are going to get with this NISA satellites.
It's a very proud moment, something that we all can be really proud of. And that's all what we have for you in this segment. Thanks a lot for watching this till the very end. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.